What's up, guys? This is Brad. Welcome to Sports Magazine Collector. Today I've got two really big Sports Illustrated issues that I'm sending in to CGC. Check it out. All right, guys, so this is a really impromptu video. I did very little preparation for this, but I just wanted to share with you a couple of these issues that I'm about to send in because they are really big time issues. And yeah, I don't usually share my raw magazines before I ship them to CGC. I've got hundreds, probably approaching 1,000. And usually I don't do that. I don't share them until after they've come back graded. But I'm just really excited about these two in particular. So I'm going to show you what I'm about to send off. We're going to talk about them a little bit. Now, let me preface this by saying these two magazines are not in great shape, but I'm just really excited to have them in any condition. So let's go ahead and start off. I'm going to show you the first one. And this is right here. This is Jack Nicklaus. This is his first Sports Illustrated cover. You can see I've got it in an oversized. This is actually a life-sized bag and board. And that's because the very early issues of Sports Illustrated were bigger. Several, I don't know the exact measurements, but I mean, almost maybe like a full inch or two, probably an inch taller than like the sizes that they are now. And so I have a really hard time squeezing them into the standard magazine size bag and board. You can get them in there, but you've got, like an inch hanging off, and then sometimes it's a really tight squeeze. So some of them I just prefer to put in those life size, but yeah, Jack Nicklaus first cover. I don't know why I'm setting it down already. I want to keep showing it off a little bit. This is a big time issue. I mean, greatest golfer of all time, in my opinion. This is from 1960, September 12th, 1960. It's his very first cover. It's a really awesome image. You got him shooting there out of a sand trap. And yeah, young golden bear. So there's only been 8 copies of this graded. Of Jack Nicklaus first cover, there's only been 8. That's crazy. Like I said, this is not in good condition at all. If you look real closely here, spine ticks all the way, and tough to see, but the spine is even kind of coming apart. The cover's kind of coming apart. I will be lucky if I get like a 3.0 out of this. There's also like a little bit of pin, like someone, if you look at the S, yeah, like the RTS in sports, you can see that they kind of like traced it with a pen or pencil. So it's just not in good shape at all. There's also a little bit more writing down there where it says golf's best. They traced that with a pen as well. So rough shape, but pretty confident it's a newsstand. When you get these that are so beat up, this is really beat up. It can be hard to tell for sure if you have a newsstand because there's just a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of surface issues. But I've done a lot of these now, and I have scoured it, kind of done the feel. Usually I can feel, if I can't see it, a lot of times I can feel if it's a subscription issue. And to me, I'm pretty sure that this is a newsstand. So I'm really excited about it. Like I said, there's only been 8 graded. There is one 9.0, and then all the others are between a 4.5 and a 7. So when this comes back, it'll probably be like the lowest graded newsstand there is. If it does, hopefully it does come back a newsstand, like I think it is. And I purchased this for $7. So really excited about that. I've said it before. I am a firm believer that some of these vintage key first covers are going to have some value at any grade because they're so hard to find. They're so rare. I mean, Golden Bear, Jack Nicklaus, best golfer ever, only 8 copies graded of his first cover. So I don't care if it's a 3.0. I don't care if it's a 0.5. I'm just really excited to have one. So that's the first one. All right, second one. You guys are going to recognize this. Oh, yeah. Check this out. Mickey Mantle, first cover. Once again, pretty confident it's a newsstand. Now this one's beat up as well. Not quite as bad as the Nicklaus. I'm kind of hoping for maybe like a 4.5 on this. Definitely some flaws on the spine. The cover is still, solidly intact though. There's also a little bit of writing on this. I don't know what was up with everyone writing. Look, you got like a check mark right here. And then, yeah, just kind of, some creases and stuff, some color break. But this is probably the #1 most collectible Sports Illustrated issue in the history of the publication. June 18th, 1956, Mickey Mantle first cover. So there have been 37 copies of this one graded. So a little bit higher than the Nicklaus, but still, that's crazy low when, once again, you're talking about the most probably desirable issue out there. 37 copies graded, and I just wonder, as this hobby gains popularity, how much is that going to continue to grow, to go up? I don't know, but to me, just from what I've seen, I just don't see it. I don't see it skyrocketing. I mean, I think it will slowly, but man, I don't even know if 5 years from now, if I see 100 copies of that being graded newsstand. Like I said, it's at 37 right now. This is the first raw newsstand copy of this issue that I have seen for sale ever. And and I've looked pretty thoroughly over the past almost a year now. I've really watched and searched, and this is the first one I've ever seen. So I got really lucky getting this one, and let me tell you about it. So first off, the price I paid, I will share, was $362. But it wasn't just this mantle. It was actually a lot of three. Now, one of those three was a subscription, but two of them, including this one, and once again, I'm pretty confident in newsstand. There's always the possibility it comes back and it's a subscription. And man, I'll be really bummed if that's the case, but pretty sure it's a newsstand. But of that lot of three, one was a subscription issue, and the other two definitely look like newsstands. And check out this other one. I mean, this is no slouch either. This is Mickey Mantle's fourth cover. This one's pretty tough too. I didn't look up the pop counts on this one, but it's pretty rare as well. Actually, I'll just look these up real quick because I've already got the CGC census pulled up. This is from March 4th, 1957. Like I said, it's Mickey Mantle's fourth cover. And so let's see, here it is, March 4th, 1967. This one has been graded a total of 18 times. So really low pop counts. And this one is much better condition than the others. I'm hoping for I don't know, 6.5, maybe a 7. I haven't studied it super close, but yeah, pretty excited about that. So got that lot of three. And here's where I got lucky is, first of all, the listing on eBay didn't mention that it was Mickey Mantle's first cover, and they misspelled Mantle. It was Mantel is how they had it spelled in the listing. And so you can, see a lot of stories a lot of times about people finding really great eBay steals because of poor listings in the eBay title, and misspellings. And that is what happened. I don't even know how I stumbled upon that. I just kind of got lucky and I saw it. And I don't feel like there were as many eyes on it as there would have been, because Mantle was misspelled. It didn't say first cover. It was a lot of three. Sometimes you can also get really lucky finding some good ones that are in lots. And so, yeah, really, really excited about it. If it comes back a newsstand in any grade, stoked to have a Mickey Mantle first cover. So I thought about sending these in either standard or walkthrough just to get them back faster. But here's the deal. I'm not going to sell these. Like I've shared before, I am a collector first. I really will only sell issues if it's a duplicate of something I already own. Or there are a couple raw ones I have that are of athletes that I just don't like, and but they're collectible. So if I get those graded, I'll probably sell them just because I can make a little money off of them, and I don't really want those guys in my collection. But there's only a couple of those. I'm gonna keep this Jack Nicklaus, these Mickey Mantles. I'm gonna keep them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and send them in economy. That's the lowest tier for this age. Pre 1975. So it'll be $42 a piece. Probably be about a year before I get them back. So I'll have to do a follow-up video in a year to show what grade I get, and hopefully confirming that they are newsstands. But here, let me say this. Why would I not sell these? Number one, like I said, I'm a collector. I just enjoy I don't know, I enjoy collecting. I enjoy having them in my collection to show off, to say that I have them. I don't really know what it is that makes me like that, but I've always been that way. I've never sold a magazine. Or I take that back. I sold a Nadal copy to a buddy of mine because I had another one that I got in a higher grade, and then I also have one other issue up for sale right now just because I have a duplicate of it. But I like to collect. Also, I really feel like the value of these are going to go up. That's just my personal gut feeling, not trying to, influence anyone else's opinions about that. That's just my own gut feeling. Largely, I feel that way because of sports cards and comics and what they do and the similarities that those have to sports magazines, but also just how cool the nostalgia, the display of the sports magazines. I just really feel like the value is going to go up. And so for me, one thing that I've always loved about being a collector, first primarily of sports cards, but now with these sports magazines, is even though these are items that I don't plan on selling, part of the fun for me is knowing what they're worth and knowing when they have valuable, and the more valuable they are, the more fun that is for me. I don't know if other people, feel that way too, but let's talk about this really quick. Okay. Let's say that I graded this Mickey Mantle first cover. Let's say it comes back a 1.0. All right. CGC 1.0. Let's say someone offered me $30,000 for that Mickey Mantle CGC 1.0. I would not take that. And I'm serious. I wouldn't. And that sounds crazy because if I got a Mickey Mantle CGC 1.0 right now today and put it on the market, tough to say because they sell so rarely, but my total guess would be maybe $1,000, maybe $2,000 for a 1.0 Mickey Mantle first cover today. But I don't see it staying that way. So when you look at Mickey Mantle's Topps 1952 card, it's not his rookie card, but it's his most desirable card because it was his first Topps card. A PSA 1 of that sold just the other day for $35,000. And there's 1,500 copies of that card graded. Okay. Now let's make another comparison. Comics. 1939 Superman #1. So Superman's first appearance. Superman and Batman kind of, you can argue over who the most collectible is as far as the comics, but Superman is either #1 or 2, one of the most collectible comics. Like I said, Mickey Mantle, most collectible Sports Illustrated. So to me, that's a parallel. Now the comic is about 15 years older because it's from 1939. I guess that's 17 years older. But a CGC 1.0 of Superman's first appearance sold not too long ago for $103,000. There's been 168 of those graded. So those pop counts to me are a lot more similar to what may eventually be, with this Mickey Mantle. There's 37 Mickey Mantles graded right now. There's 168 Superman first covers. In 5 or 10 years, that very well could be what the Mickey Mantle pop counts look like. And you got a Superman 1.0 going for $103,000. So am I saying that the Mantle will ever get there? No. But I don't think it's out of the question. When you look at some of the ridiculous increases in value that some of these sports collectibles have had over the past 5, 10, 20 years, I'm not ruling it out. So I'm not sitting here trying to say, hey, people, I think this is going to happen, but it could. And to me, there are a lot of parallels between, looking at those, the Mickey Mantle Topps card, the Superman comic first appearance. So who knows? But anyway, just wanted to share that. I will show them off one more time. We'll follow up in a year when I get these back. Jack Nicklaus first cover, 1960. Got the Mickey Mantle. I mean, this is a throw-in, basically. Nice throw-in. Fourth cover from 1957. And the Holy Grail, Mickey Mantle, first cover, 1956. Let me say one more thing. I was reading the other day about how when Sports Illustrated first came out in 1954, there were 380,000 charter subscribers. Okay, 380,000. So you could assume that for that first issue with Eddie Matthews, there were 380,000 copies printed. Maybe more. We do know that they overprinted that first one, but okay, about 380,000 people were getting these sent to their doorsteps throughout those first few weeks or whatever. Well, Mickey Mantle's first cover was only 2 years later, 1956. How many subscribers did Sports Illustrated have in 1956? I don't know the answer to that. If anyone has any inkling, please leave a comment. I would love to know. But if there were 380,000 in 1954, and you also got to realize and remember that Sports Illustrated was kind of weird in their first decade or so. They focused a lot more on like rich people stuff, boating, and I mean baseball and golf were not their main. I mean, the main sports that we think of now were not their primary focus at the time. So if they had 380,000 subscribers in 54, how many did they have in 56 when that Mantle first cover came out? I don't know. 500,000, is that a realistic guess? A million? I don't know. If it was 500,000 and if they were only doing 3% of their print run was newsstands, like we estimate that they are today, that's 15,000 copies of newsstand that may have been printed of that Mantle first cover. Once again, that's kind of I don't know, running off some numbers, making some assumptions. I don't know for sure, but they're rare. And I'm really excited. Really excited to have these two. Just wanted to share it. That's all I got. Got some other stuff coming out soon. Gonna have the 1980s countdown for the top issues coming out soon. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate likes and subscribes. I'll see you guys next time.